Yeah, a lot of people called you awkward. A lot of people try to look at you as this quirky individual that people looked at as less than. I'm really talking to my neurodivergent community. I'm talking to a lot of you. This is only neurodivergence that's in this collective of energy that I'm feeling. And now that you have awakened to the fact that you are autistic and you have looked back on situations that have happened, one, you recognize that being awkward is a part of your personality. Like it's a part of our personality. It's okay. A lot of us are very awkward, but that's okay because awkwardness is linked to authentic energy, authenticity. Awkwardness is linked to authenticity. The more authentic you are, sometimes you can be a little awkward, and that's okay. But what's happened is people have tried to make you feel as if you didn't belong within their group, within their circle, within their social setting, at their lunch table. It was a lot of, you know, you can't sit with us energy. A lot of people just did you wrong. They did you bogus. And you're now starting off. I love how the Fool card just came out. You're now starting off in this new energy. You are basically starting fresh. You're in this new beginning in your life where you are no longer being tied down to being unaware that you are autistic. Because you being unaware of your autism created a lot of stress, a lot of burdens, a lot of baggages that you were carrying, just so much weight that you were carrying on your shoulders. And you would have been able to put all of that down had your autism been accommodated. And for your autism to be accommodated, you have to be aware that you are autistic. And as you are starting off in this new phase of your life, this new beginning here, you're in this new phase of being aware of your autism, authentically autistic, and accommodating your autism. I'll say that again. As you are in this new energy, this full energy, I love how the Fool card came out because it's so fitting. The Fool is about a new beginning, a new start, a fresh start, a clean slate, a reset, just starting not only from scratch, but starting from experience. And in this case, you're starting from experience and your wisdom and knowledge and insight that you're able to carry with you, and you're able to navigate so much better knowing that you have all of this insight and wisdom and clarity. It's so beautiful, and I'm loving this energy for you. Because for so long you suffered, and it's like as you're going in this new beginning, you're releasing those burdens, you're releasing that baggage. You're no longer carrying the pain and the weight of how you were treated. And it's a beautiful thing to feel that you have really released, because now that you know what the issue is and what the issue has been all along, you can set all those burdens down, and you've set them down. Your previous energy was the Ten of Swords. So many things, it's like so much was stabbing you at once, but you pulled all those swords out, and now you are in this new, fresh, clean slate energy of continuing on living your life with the wisdom and knowledge that you now have. And this is making a world of a difference for you to know that you actually have your autism. And you've been autistic this whole time. And now knowing of this, you're able to just navigate your whole entire life better. Because you used to be in this energy, in this Nine of Swords. I did see both. I saw the 10 and the 9 of Swords, where you dealt with insomnia. You dealt with, these sleepless nights. You've dealt with moments where you really just didn't understand life. Like you were struggling with processing the issues that you were going through and the issues that you were dealing with. You were trying to make sense of what your life was like, why your life was so difficult, why it was so stressful, why you dealt with certain situations, trying to make sense of it all in a brain that you were unaware that was operating differently, and why it was operating so differently. You felt something was different, but you couldn't put your finger on what it was that was making it so different. And it was frustrating. The gaslighting was frustrating you because you felt deep down like, I know what you people are doing to me. I may not be able to verbalize it, but I know what's really going on. But the gaslighting would just piss you off because these people really thought, no scratch confirmation, they could play you like some fool, but you're not a fool. You're not a fool. These people were foolish for what they did to you, trying to take advantage of you to begin with. Here's that Ten of Swords I was telling you about. You are the truth. You told people it when you were aware that you were autistic. Your truth made a huge stab wound in all of the ableist people that were in your life. All of the people that tried to use your autism against you, take advantage of your autism, knowing that there was a disability that was there and still choosing to treat you as such, to treat you as a person with a disability while seeing your disability, but at the same time pretending to not see your disability and choosing to ignore it unless it was convenient for you. By the time you became aware of your autism, it was like a stab wound to the chest for them because they knew that you were finally aware of what they were using against you to begin with this whole entire time. Now that you are aware, they can't take advantage of you the way that they used to because now you're aware. And when you began to tell people the truth and tell them, you have known that I have been autistic and you were treating me this way on purpose, that's an even deeper stab wound because your truth is calling out their behavior and how they treated you. And you're just standing here like, I'm just speaking my truth. If it went you deep in the chest like that, that's your own guilt. That's your own remorse. It's their own guilt and their own remorse for what they did. Mad because they know that they're wrong. You see, these people, they try to group up with other people and try to use extra people to come against you, trying to outnumber you, trying to bring other people into the mix to try to help convince you that their narrative was correct. Like you got ganged up on by people, you got people teaming up to go against you and you were outnumbered. So now you have a group of people gaslighting you, and now you have just so much that you're up against when dealing with one person was already enough, sometimes even more than enough, but then having groups of people, it was worse. It's like these people intentionally made social interactions difficult for you, and all they're doing is toasting their glasses and cheering and hooping and hollering and having a good time, but they're taking advantage of somebody because of how weak they are, because of how cowardly they are, because of how sad and pathetic they are. The people that grouped up together to come against you are sad and pathetic people. They are. Because why come up against somebody that has a disability just so that you can win? Winning was that importance to them that they had to go against someone with a disability. You had to go against a disabled person just to win. You're sick and you're pathetic and you're sad. We weren't doing anything wrong. It's these people that were doing us wrong. And yes, you've dealt with your grief. You've dealt with seeing other people, you know, in the background, just living their life, just socializing, just, you know, having things going well for them. And you were wondering, when was things going to go well for me? When was I going to finally find true friendship, true community, people that actually accept my autism and accommodate it and love me through my autism, love me past my pain? You were wondering, when were you going to get all of that? You realize that you took a lot of losses here because a lot of the connections that you had severed once they severed before you found out about your autism and afterwards. Some connections severed before you made that connection. And some of them severed once you made the connection that you are autistic because you no longer looked at them the same. You no longer could trust them the same. You no longer respected them the same because you realized what they did. You realized all that they were putting into the relationship and how much they were hurting you and stressing you out. And yes, you took a lot of losses here, but you still have enough left over to start with. Like with the Fool card, you still have enough left over within your own self, within your own energy, your own insight, wisdom, and clarity to start fresh.